Can we talk about roof ride, because that's like a contest that actually stood out for me in recent moments. Obviously we've had Rampage and stuff, but out of the contests that you've been in lately, roof ride was really sick, huh?
Yeah, it was something else. It was
and
Polish.
Terrifying.
And terrifying. It was it was definitely a bit of a sketchy and scary course. I mean, like, some of the stuff were just like outrageous. Like when we got there and just stood on the big drop of the big building, the whole flat drop just like flexed like a diving board, and we were like, if we pop from this, we're gonna freaking land on the side of the landing. So they had to fix that. It's a bit freestyle, but it was a cool event in general, I guess. Just
what about the
scary.
one after the flat drop? Because that looked to me like uncontrollably big and big G's on the lip. But I don't know what I'm talking about. But it looked like
Yeah, no, it definitely was. It was an FMX kicker, so motocross kicker, and we just went full speed into it, and I never straight aired it. It was too scary. So we just flipped them all the time.
So first run flip.
Yeah. No chance I straight aired that job.
Really?
That
so
is
it's
so
easier
sick.
for you to. It's easier for you to flip than to straight air.
Yeah, because like I'm not usually that guy. I've been kind of against that because there's some guys on tour that always flip first go when there's a really big jump, like Pilgrim, for example. So he did. I was like, he did it, and then I came up for practice, and he already hit it, and he was like, I just flipped it. It was fine. I was like, oh shit. Okay, I'll just do that and take the same speed as you did then. And then after that, I've flipped all big jumps, like I've come across first go, just because it felt better.
So what is it that feels better? You don't get a buck, you don't see where you're landing, or what is it?
Well, when you go that fast, it's like, it was a big jump. I think it was one of the bigger jumps, like probably 50-meter gap. And then you need to go a bit further. I think that was what they said, 14, 15. If you compress in the lip, and if you get bucked over the bar, then you're quite done for the weekend.
So what is it about a flip that makes it almost more controllable? Because you're just going to do the same shape off every flip, whereas with a straight air, you can potentially change the distance loads. You know what I'm getting at? I don't understand why it's... Because so many of my friends are the same.
No, I mean, I totally get why you don't get it, because I don't get it either, to be honest, but it's just a feeling I have that it feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, when you flip a big jump like that, you don't really need to flip. Like, do you know what I mean? You just need to go off the lip and look back, and then you can like control it with your arms and legs, kind of. So it's a bit more like room for error versus if you straight air, and then if you get turned, you're just gonna keep on getting turned into the
So for some reason it removes like some dimensions of error almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like there's definitely more room for error if you flip it, I think, because if you go way too far, then you just like open up, and then versus if you go way too far on a straight air, you're just going to keep on going in that and then over the bars. So
I like it that your first run would be like sort of the one that I'd probably fly home after flipping that jump.
Yeah, I definitely aspire to that. Yeah, totally.
I'd be ripping my shirt off, chest thumping, honestly, signing people.
Yeah.
I can't honestly, I can't relate to that at all, but one thing I am thinking is like, if I do a relatively big jump for the first time, if you don't do some sort of whip or something and just literally straight air, that would be terrifying. I feel like you have to throw a bit of like a whip, or does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Like if I hit a big jump, I always do the same thing. Usually like the first run I go up and then I let one foot off, just so I have like a bit like play with the bike instead of just going straight and just hold on, because then you never know what's going to happen, really.
It would actually be so hard to ride stuff dead straight, wouldn't it?
Yeah, imagine.
I might try it, but it might be good. Like, I don't know, it might be interesting.
It might.
Might be very interesting, yeah.
Definitely make a good video.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But
what was it like being in front of like fans again? Like that must have been crazy because that event was stacked with people too.
Yeah, no, we didn't really know that many people would show up, and then all of a sudden there's just this big crowd, and we haven't done that for a while, so that was sick. I think that's why I got kind of stoked as well to do it, because it was kind of like bad with wind and stuff again, so it was not optimal leading into the contest, but yeah, we ended up making the best out of it and got a good show, I think. So
yeah. And how did it feel to be on that podium?
I felt great. I mean, yeah, I had my fair share of injuries and everything, and then Corona came, and then that was good. Yeah. It was actually like I did two gold events. Like the last one I did was in 2019, and that was also second, I think. But before that, it was like a very long time ago since I got a podium because of just broken everywhere. So yeah. So that was good. That was nice.
Roof Rider Gold event, is it? I'm really off with the tier system of.
Yeah, no, like it's confusing, the whole thing, to be honest. Like I barely know the rules and stuff, but just ride a contest.
Just try and win whatever it is, isn't it? just turn up.
No, just wing it. No, it's a gold event. It is. Yeah, okay. They changed now, so the gold events are actually a lot more worth than they used to be. So they're getting closer to the diamond ones, just so it's gonna switch out the rankings a bit more and let new and promising riders in a bit easier. So
okay,
yeah.
And the diamond ones are what, like Crankworks?
Yeah, only Crankworks at the moment.
Only Crankworks.
So yeah.
That's crazy. There used to be more standalone, like weird contests, didn't there? Or like district ride, or like those kind of separate ones.
Yeah, it's good to see them coming back as well.
Yeah.
Like you said, with Roof Ride, Copen Ride, I think it was called Copen Ride, wasn't it? Like, it's nice to see those things coming back again. I think at a time where like we need it more than ever after all this Corona stuff, and just it feels like there's a bit of a dead spot for all that stuff.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the shit events more than the Crankworks events, I think, because like the ones with the random courses. And we just show up and like, what is this? How are we gonna ride it?
It must be as well like for you. Enjoy. Like your job is to do contests, so surely the more contests the better, right? Like, would you want to be doing 2 a month, or is it because right now like you're pretty spaced out with Crankwork stuff? There's months in between sometimes. So obviously then it means you can earn more money, like you can do more stuff for sponsors, etc., etc. So. I can't remember. I'm trying to think back pre-Corona. Like, were we on like an upwards trajectory of more events, or was it leveled out? I can't remember.
Not really. It was kind of the similar amounts. I actually don't like if you get a lot more events. Obviously, we need a couple more because this is not enough. But I mean, if we go up in like on. Start traveling like every other weekend, then I think we're all gonna be quite worn out because you need like a week off after an event because you're both physically just ruined, or I'm just getting a bit old. I'm not 18 anymore. I don't know, but I'm like ruined after events, like both physically and like you're mentally drained as well because you're So
what do you reckon does it the most physically? Do you reckon it is physically actually putting together a run and like the hits, or do you reckon it's more the stress?
More the stress, I think, but physically as well. Like I think I always go to my physio when I get home, and he just like cracks me back again and makes me a human. But no, I think it's quite big. Like. It's not natural, all those. But usually the courses are just like it's too much like mellow of landings everywhere, and like the neck's always like this all the time, and then like the back and stuff is not like Emil Johansson is really like good at like breaking this down, but I think he says that like we need a lot of rest after a contest week because it's way more demanding than if we ride at home at perfect jumps, kind of. So right. I think that, but obviously the stress and the pressure is a lot. So,
yeah, the last one at Silver Star looked, obviously because of rain delays, and then you had, I think it snowed as well, which is insane that you travel from Sweden and then you're in another country that's snow. Yeah. But that just looked, again, added pressure, isn't it? It's like more pressure, less practice runs, less time to get to know the course.
Yeah, definitely. And it was soft everywhere. It was like it was the heaviest, like you needed some serious fatigue if you wanted to do like a full run there.
Really, yeah.
Like, yeah. No, that was, my pulse was up like around 200, like every run if I did tricks all the way down.
Why is that? Like just for the effort?
Well, yeah,
so soft. And...
like between, if I just straight air and chill, it would probably be like 185. And then if I did tricks all the way down, it's like close to hundreds. And that's like as far as I go almost.
Jeez.
And then
how do you go about putting together a run? Like what? How does that look? And do you know like ahead of time what tricks you can do, etc., on certain features?
You always have this plan of this perfect run you want to do before you show up, like I have now for this event. But then when you start riding it, it's always different. Like, and there's always like conditions that play in. But this one was a really, really like, I had this whole run planned out, but I have to like skip everything except 2 features because like it was running slow and it was running differently from the pictures, and like always on pictures it looks small, so you can do that, but then when you show up it's actually massive. And I don't know, like it's hard. We always have a plan, but I always go around like that jump I could do my flip combos, that I could do my 3 combos, switch combos like that, so I kind of know. But then depending on how everything works and rides, I like determine what I do, I guess. So
right.